This is December 13th, and this is the Effect DAO call. So I guess I should pull up the agenda, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I was just taking a look. There's on the agenda. Not used to looking it up. Oh yeah, I have it. One item. Leon open emphatic new project for tasks.
Oh, that's the one I submitted last time, but it's still relevant, I say.
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about this project. Like last time, DJ introduced us to, or like pointed us and basically introduced us to the team at Open Empathic. They're I think they're derived from Leon, and they're working on a data set for making AI more emphatic, so making like emotions better supported and better labeled in for AI models. It's a really interesting data set. It's a lot of video snippets that are like labeled with start and end times, and then users have to basically put in quite in detail the emotion or like the empathy labels that fit well with that fragment of video of voice. We've been so we have a group with our team, but we would really like to make this part of the AI grant that we have that we created, like the AI data set creation task force, basically. So yeah, I've been looking into this. I couldn't find too much time yet, but we've been experimenting setting up the task template for it. We would love to run like some batches of tasks as soon as possible. So it's going to be really nice to have these up when we launch the V2 early access platform, because there's like that platform works so much smoother than the current one if you're not doing many repetitions on tasks. And there's a few like technical gotchas. But we probably also will launch on the current platform a set of tasks this week. There's a few things to work out. Like I'm basically constructing a pipeline for how the tasks will flow. So we have like proper validation in the campaign. I think Rochelle's already working on setting up the qualifier for it. So, anyways, it means we're gonna have quite a very useful and cool task flow coming into effect force for the coming few days at least. But also, like it looks like they have a big data set still to go. So potentially we can have tasks coming in for the next months.
Yeah, that sounds
Rochelle
good.
confirms that the qualifier is coming this week. Yeah, she confirmed
There's
it.
been a big lull in tasks. Some people have been asking when the next tasks will be.
Yeah, that's true. Like I had a few calls this week internally with on Rochelle, with Gabi, with Lawrence, and we were basically plotting, because right now we're in this gap between V2 and the current platform. But we're going to launch like lots of more tasks coming into December, because we have quite some backlog of things we still have to run. These new tasks got added, but there has been not enough to do on the platform. I think it's been nearly empty for a while, maybe like except for some stray tasks here and there. So we're set to basically get a nice stream of tasks up for the second half of December and continuing into the V2 release. Especially the current workforce that's still here. We really would like, yeah, we need to keep engagement, and like we would love to have people more active and make sure that when we get like bigger task flows in from other clients, then we should have enough people around to actually do them. So it's also critical for the platform that we maintain the momentum there.
How's the progress on the Python improvements, the SDK?
It's pretty good. Like it looks like everything is working now. So the main thing, like I think programming wise, there's not much to do except for like a few additional features we came up with. But like yeah, for the main core functionality, things work. So focus now is shifting more towards the rollout of the user interface um, as soon as possible, and then we should be like ready to have to roll out the closed probably like a closed sort of beta environment where we can test this with the broader community. But the Python side of the programming is, I would say, done uh, at this point. Like it lacks maybe documentation and examples, but those will come forward as we proceed with the rollout of the interface and the first set of tasks that we're putting on.
What about David? Is he still abroad?
Yeah, he is traveling. I said that like last week. He said like I spoke with him a few times. Shortly, he was kind of overwhelmed because he's going to travel for quite some months, and he had to like wrap up a lot of business that he had. Of course, so he said he would be around from time to time. He said he was aiming to join this DAO call, but I can imagine he's maybe too busy. So he's doing well. He won't have much time to work actively on the programming side, but he did really want to stay involved for the at least like in the DAO calls and as a DAO member until he's of course back in a few months. So yeah, I hope he jumps in here. If not today, then in the next call or just in Discord to keep us up to date.
That's good to know.
Um, let's see. I think that's the agenda items, right? So I don't know if we have. I don't think we have proposals unless they came in the last few hours.
I didn't see any. It seems like another cycle of no proposals is coming up. Are you have you started on the that guide? Because I got it's pretty straightforward. I guess what to do when there's no proposals. It's like just two steps to roll over the cycle. I mean,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so it's quite an easy process for empty cycles, like we had. So yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna have proposals this cycle, though there is like 2 more days for people to submit. Um, yeah, I'll take a look. I don't know if there's anything active that I was planning on posting. So and the guide for doing it with uh, proposals there, I have to add a few items to the list still. So I'll get that sorted. It will be nice to have a proposal in the cycle, so it will be more easy to show um, the steps. So I might have a proposal that I'm going to add to this cycle still. Um,
what proposal are you thinking of?
because there's two. I know I had a few proposals on my backlog. I just need to look it up. So I'm not sure yet. I still sort of have to solidify an idea. We've had a few cycles now without proposals, so there's also no fees being distributed if there's no proposals, which is also not good, or like not really. It's nice to have the fees collected sometimes. There was one thing I was looking into from the last DAO call that was someone mentioned to look into BitTensor,
Right.
um, because they might need some data sets, and I was trying to figure out exactly what they do. I've been looking into them a couple of times now. There's a lot of buzz around them. A lot of people are talking about the project. So this is still one on my list because I couldn't really wrap my head around where the data annotations could fit into their model. They have quite a um, complicated, like an advanced like technical structure to it. But it's still something I would really like to explore. So I was gonna ask if anyone here has either connections or like experience hands-on with operating on BitTensor. I would love to know a little bit more on a few of these details, perhaps in Discord or in a call beside the DAO call. But I just wanted to put it out there, and I'm also going into their Discord to see um, if we can get some assistance there.
Yeah, the guy who suggested it said he'd look too, but yeah, it is kind of opaque as well. Um, in theory, you should be able to contribute your GPU. It's like another of those projects that you can contribute GPU to process model like or to compute for models, and they have already models selected and stuff. But when I tried to get into it, I couldn't really like it. It didn't seem straightforward, and there seemed to be like this complicated like way to sign up. So I kind of gave up on it.
Yeah, I had a similar experience. I kind of got lost in like reading their technical papers and like trying to follow the Python examples and just not really. Guess I need to just give it a big shot. But I'm first just going to try to get in touch with some people that actually use it and see where the data set could fit in. Because having Effect Network as a data supplier in the mix, like when you look at like their bigger vision and like the white paper text and stuff, I feel that's would be a great connection. I just haven't been able to relate it yet to like what's actually running and the Python examples they have and stuff like that. So I guess we still need to bridge that jump, or they might not be actually there yet uh, when it comes to processing data streams for these training operations that I do. But yeah, I'll keep looking. And if anyone knows more, then feel free to send me a DM, or I'd appreciate like an intro or anything.
Yeah, I would imagine they just use the public models. I remember David had this idea of being able to import any Hugging Face data set and enhance it with effect workers, and I feel it will be something similar to that.
Yeah, exactly. I think so as well. All right. Yeah, there's no like active topics, I guess now. to go over. Um, yeah, I just want to reiterate maybe as a global message, but team is now like actively working on getting V2 in an early access stage, so we can have data sets there for people to try out and get some collect some feedback on it. And we're also going to launch a bunch of data sets in the current platform. First of all, to qualify workers and also to get the open empathic data set going. And also like around the holidays and stuff that there is enough like work for people to do so we can keep working on constructing a couple of data sets that we have in the backlog. So I guess that's the biggest update. On the technical side, we're like really far. The biggest like hurdle now is that the user interface still needs some updates, refreshed. David was first working on this, but now um, we're gonna get some help from Noma and Lawrence to work on this UI side, and myself I will also assist. So we should be able to get that out into this pre-release relatively soon. So that's like a quick update on progress for V2 overall.
Sounds good. Yeah, you're gonna want the open empathetic tasks out. Otherwise, there'll be no one to test the new UI.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah, it's a good timing. So this data set, yeah, we're going to really jump on it and get this onto the platform. Because they seem like really, it seems like a good fit. There seems to be a bit more need even than the last set we did for Leon. So that's a great project to have on.
Yeah, the last set seemed to be more like a side project by one of the volunteers, but this one seems like to have a lot more, yeah, as you said, need. I mean, they even create their own website.
Yeah, they have a whole website around it. Actually, quite nice instructions. Pretty good user interface. So looks like it's going to be a long running and interesting project. Also, it's a great narrative about like the examples they show about AI that's been trained with these emphatic data sets there and not, and like it gives a good idea of what it adds to this AI story right now.
Yeah, the that story is core because with Leon, they have big, massive data sets, but they need to be cleaned, right? Um, so if Effect can make a name of itself of improving these data sets, that gives us a lot of recognition for doing like exactly what we aim to do. So I guess is there any other topics we'd like to cover?
I think that's it. Like Rochelle just confirmed she's excited about the Leon tasks. Yeah, I think that's it for now then.
All right, then I guess keep us posted, and I'll see you all next DAO call.
Yes, thanks. See you on the next one.